Hey everybody, it's Jada on piano where we make music make sense. Today it's graduation season, so we're going to be talking about Pomp and Circumstance, to play the song that people play at every graduation. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk about some Pomp and Circumstance. That is the name, that's the official name of the graduation song. I'm going to play it in D flat, and it's played at every graduation in America, at least. Let me give you some of that. I had played it pretty much every year, at my church when we have our graduates march in. It's by Edward Elgar. I think it came out in 1901. I'm not giving you too much history here because this is not a history lesson. However, why do people play it? Well, basically, back in 1901, it used to be a military song, British, I do believe. Again, go check me if I'm wrong. But whatever the case, at that time period, two schools in the United States, one in Chicago, one college, and one in, I believe, Cincinnati, they started playing it. Well, people really liked this melody and this song. And so, like I said, again, it's a military march, but they converted it to, these two colleges converted it to a college march when the graduates were coming in. So that was kind of the beginning of playing this song at graduations in the United States. So we're going to talk about how to play this song, give you a couple of thoughts of what's going on. The most important thing here in this case is the melody. Let's get a key change. How about that? I just said I was going to play it in D flat, and you see us looking at the key of C. So let's fix that really quick. There we go. Just like that. We're looking at it in D flat. So here we go. Most important thing, melody, okay? Let's see if I can play this. Here we go. Let's see if I can play it right all the way through. We play it a second time, there's a slight change. Here we go. And here's the change, the ending. Okay, so that's the melody of the whole thing. Let me play that whole thing. I'm going to try to keep the quarter note bounce here in my left hand and keep the melody at the top in my right hand. Second part. The change and the ending. And if we want to play that part again, the ending here. Now, be prepared. You could be playing this for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depends on how many graduates you have that need to come in, especially if you don't have a band. Now, or any other instrumentalist. This is for how we're playing Pomp and Circumstance, the graduation song, on piano. So if we don't have any other instruments, I recommend, I didn't pull up any string sounds or anything. That was just straight piano if you're on a piano. But if you have, a keyboard when you're playing, go ahead and include a string sample with your piano so you can give it really majestic, regal kind of sound. Again, it's a military march that was converted to a graduation song, but it was still a march, when they're marching in. So here we go with the thought process. I'm in D flat. Let's just run right on through it. This is a 1 chord. Look at this, 5 chord. But watch where we go. Okay. We go straight to that 4. And back to the 1. You see that? Then we're going to the 2. Then the 1. A lot of these chords are straightforward. And then, so we went 2, 1, and then 5. Now you could, to keep the move going, so if you want to do, you can walk that all the way down to the A flat. But you don't have to do that every time. So here we go. Back to the 1 again. And watch this. The melody note goes here. What is this? This is a secondary dominant, but look at how it's in third inversion. And of course, it's getting ready to lead us to the A flat. It was just a nice little move in there to lead us right to our A flat chord. And then watch us go to our F minor. We're highly diatonic in this. This is not diatonic, but everything else is not, I shouldn't say everything else, but we're in a space where a lot of this is just perfectly diatonic. And here we go again with our secondary dominant we just did. And it tells us we're going back to that A flat again. A dominant chord that is screaming, go to A flat. And then I just kind of walk this down to a 7. Watch this again. To keep that motion going, now we're on a dominant chord. It's saying go back to D flat. What do? And if you can't spread this out, just play that. You can do that. For me, I like spreading that out. But you can play it right here too. Here's that move. I don't want to do too much here, but that will work. Again, our secondary dom. Going to A flat. Last part. Right? And if we need to, I'm using that same move to walk me to a D flat dominant, which is going to take me to the G flat chord. And let me see. Let me look at something. Check this chord out. That's an A flat dominant, right? It's also in third inversion. That's this note here is the 7th of the chord. And it's saying go to D flat. And we did. Notice I'm following the melody on top just to keep us right where we need to be. Now, when you do this little thing here, this is the last time we're doing the song itself. So that make this your grand ending. You can slow down. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be real brief going through these chords bit by bit. You notice I'm adding the 9th in my chord here. You don't have to have it in there. You can keep it real straightforward. Again, if you have an opportunity to use the strings, go ahead and add that in. But if you can still, as you see, I just played this straight on piano, just like this. You can play this just like that. You don't have to add a lot to it, because when the focus is not on you, let me say that we're musicians, and a lot of times we are to provide mood music for situations. Okay, whether it's atmospherically, when we're playing for worship or other occasions. And so, if we're playing this song, we're not the focus. This is not the time to hit 50 licks and all those things. You saw I did one little thing on this A flat chord. I walked here, right? I just threw that in real quick, but I don't want too much flair. I can't even play it right now. You don't want a lot of flair. You just because you're the background. The feature is these graduates who've come in, who've taken these years to accomplish what they've accomplished. High school graduations, college graduations. They do play them at kindergarten and 5th grade and 8th grade graduations too. But oftentimes we're focusing on the high school and the college graduates who've accomplished this great thing. So the focus is not on the musician, it's on the graduates. So if you're just holding it down in the background, playing the song, everything is just gravy, okay? You don't have to do anything spectacular. In fact, if you stopped playing, or if you messed up, or if you did too many runs or whatever, people are going to be looking at you instead of the graduates. So, be mindful, be focused, learn to play this nice and regal, nice and majestic. Give the graduates their moment of honor. I just wanted to give you that quick. You guys let me know if you're able to use this in your services, if you're called to play at a collegiate graduation, just piano. You'll be able to play along now. Take your time, work through it. It's not a very difficult thing to play. It's a lot of triadic movements and things like that. So, take it, use it at your next graduation ceremony you have to play for, and you guys take care and be blessed.